Guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing horoscope readings for the month of June, and this is for Virgo. Now that can apply to Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you have Virgo heavily in your chart, or if you were just called to click on this video, there may be some information here that will resonate with you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading for the collective, so not all of the information is going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest here because it's probably for somebody else. All right, so let's jump into it. Before I pull any cards, I channeled some information, and the first thing that came through for you guys this month was this mocking, like, blah blah blah, whatever. It was like, okay. So then I felt a lot of pressure on the top of my head and in my forehead, and a tingling down the back of my head. So this kind of indicates to me that there's something going on in the crown chakra and the third eye. There may be a block there, and this could be for the person watching this or whoever you're dealing with. But there could be a block in those two chakras, and what that relates to is illusions. So this illusion of separation can lead to judgment, being judgmental, anger, this feeling of like lack mentality, like I don't have enough, and then being angry at somebody else for having a lot. So this stems like into jealousy. I also felt this exasperation and unwillingness to listen, and this frustration, like the unwillingness to listen really stemmed from the frustration, and kind of there was this feeling of like not being where you want to be, and then going into resistance and shutting down your mind, closing your mind, and getting angry, whoever this is for. So then I heard, okay, I was like, okay, what can they do? Like, whoever this is for, what can they do? And they were showing me just breathe. Like, they were showing me you just breathing and exhale the bullshit was what came through as well. So exhale the bullshit. Just take some deep breaths to calm your mind when your triggers are coming up. If you're feeling triggered by something that somebody else has done, or if you're just feeling angry and upset within yourself, just take some deep breaths and try to look at things objectively. Detach from the negativity if you can, or the negative emotion that's coming up, and just observe it, just view it. Try to remain unbiased and passive as an observer. And then just breathe. Everything's going to be all right. Just breathe, and you'll be able to rebalance your energy. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say for the monthly spread. And if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, or a Reiki Healing Session, all of the information is in the description box below. Just hit the show more button and send me an email. I have updated some of my offerings and prices, so if you guys would like to take advantage of some of the new services, please do so. Also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's at To Kitty and Beyond, all one word, just like the channel title here. I post daily cards and insights, things that I'm picking up on intuitively, or channeled messages, as well as sometimes there'll be exclusive deals for readings and stuff like that over on Instagram. So yeah. All right, let's get into the reading. So Virgo in the month of June 2018, current self-energy. Two of Wands. Oh, there's Kitty in the background. Theme of the month. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Key goal. Six of Wands. Okay, cool. Obstacle to overcome. The Emperor. Interesting. Okay. What is the major accomplishment? Queen of Wands. What to avoid. Ten of Swords. What to embrace. Two of Cups. Where to find support. The Devil. And the advice and encouragement from Spirit. This one. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so you've gotten a couple of the same similar cards, the Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles as Leos. So if you have Leo in your chart, that may be something to pay attention to, and you can go watch that video as well to gain some additional insight or clarity as to what's going on with you this month. So Virgo, Two of Wands is your current energy. So this is like making a choice and forging a new path. This is making a decision. So there's something that needs to be decided here. There needs to be a choice. You're kind of at a crossroads right now. And this kind of relates to how you view the world and how you view your place in the world. So the theme of the month being the Knight of Pentacles also relates to moving forward again. So there's this choice that's being offered to you. You're at a crossroads. There's multiple different paths that you can take. And the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving knight. He likes to plan. He likes to make sure that everything is mapped out, that he's got all of his supplies before he embarks on the journey. So he will sit and contemplate for as long as it takes to make sure that he's ready to take those first steps and to move forward with action. So the theme this month may be just to start planning and getting all of your ducks in a row so that you're not feeling this lack, because the pentacles relate to money, the physical nature of things, and things being offered to you. So you may be moving into the future with a new path or new direction as it relates to your physical life or things that bring you money, ways of earning money, that kind of thing. So key goal this month is victory. So the goal is victory. That's pretty good goal to have. I think we all want that goal. But what I'm seeing here is also there's this want or this desire for recognition. And the Six of Wands can be about wanting, like from the shadow perspective, wanting others to acknowledge you, wanting others to pay attention to you, wanting others to celebrate your success and your victory. In the light sense of this card, this is you staying humble and moving through this victory. The victory is it's more of like an internal victory, so you're moving through this victory with grace. And that's sort of the key goal there. It's more about moving through that victory with grace rather than seeking to be victorious simply for external validation. The obstacle to overcome, we have the Emperor. So this energy can be a little bit manipulative in the shadow sense. If this is coming up, which it is in the obstacle position, then the Emperor can be somebody who's very controlling, somebody who's very very power over others mentality. And I feel like either this is an aspect of you that's coming forward to be healed now, or it's in your reality. And if it's in your reality, it boils down to an aspect of you that needs to be healed as well. So even if it's somebody else in your life that's doing this, it's actually bringing it to your awareness, because everything around you, every person in your life, every relationship that you have is a mirror for you. So if this aspect of you is showing up in your life, it's coming up for a reason. They're being drawn to you for a reason. You're drawing them to you, or this is you, and this is an obstacle. It's an obstacle because there needs to be a balance in the heart and the mind. So if you rule simply from the mind, then there becomes this imbalance. There's this wanting only of power. There's these negative attributes of leaders, like tyrannical leaders, you know, seriously, like Hitler springs to mind. That's extreme, I know, but it's just an example. You know, those are the kind of tyrannical leaders that, though they had a higher ideal in mind, the way that they executed it was not from a heart-based place. It was from a head-based place. It was from the ego mind, believing that they were right and that others should listen to them because they're right, but not respecting other people's perspectives or other people's journeys. That's the shadow side of the emperor. That's the shadow side of the masculine, actually, because I almost said that, and then that's what's called a Freudian slip. So my subconscious mind was going there and trying to tell me that this is the shadow aspect of the masculine, and we all have that within us. We all have the shadow and the light side of the masculine, and the shadow and the light side of the feminine. So this stuff is coming up to be healed right now, and that's going to be the obstacle, is moving either out of somebody's control or gaining control of yourself, so that you don't become a despot, basically. So the major accomplishment is the Queen of Wands. This is a very balanced, passionate leadership role that is being offered to you, but you've got to do it for the right reasons, right? You've got to do it not for the external gratification. It's about doing it to want to help people or to want to serve the world, because I'm seeing the world here. It's being a balanced offering that's being given. And instead of ruling from the head, this is about ruling from the heart. What sparks your passion? What sparks your joy? Do that. No matter how small, even if you're only helping yourself or one person, it doesn't matter. You don't have to reach every single person in the world to make a difference. You're making a difference by healing yourself and by standing in your light. So by doing that, you're serving the world. And this is that aspect of the Queen of Wands. This is very positive spiritual growth represented by the sunflower, and you standing, or rather sitting on your throne in your light, standing with your passion and knowing what you want, how you're going to get it, and how you're going to rule your kingdom, but from a very balanced perspective. So what to avoid, we have the 10 of Swords. So avoid self-defeating affirmations, because if you're having repetitive thoughts, that's an affirmation. You're telling yourself that. You're affirming that to your mind, your conscious mind, and your subconscious mind. So avoid falling into old patterns of self-destruction or allowing others to stab you in the back, because you have the capability to be victorious, or you have the capability to be restricted. There's two very separate paths here in this reading that I can see really clearly, and it's your choice. It's like the analogy of the wolves. There's a wolf of hate and anger in your mind, and there's a wolf of love and peace in your mind, and they're battling. And whichever one wins is the one that you feed the most, because it's going to be the strongest. So if you've got very strong pathways of negativity in your brain, then that's something to avoid and something to reverse at this time. It's time to cancel and clear and delete that old programming so that you're not self-sabotaging, basically. The what to embrace we have is the 2 of Cups. So this is all about spiritual union, whether with a soulmate, with a business partner, a friend, a family member, or spiritual union within yourself. This is knowing that there's no such thing as separation, that that's an illusion. That's an illusion created by this three-dimensional reality that we have chosen to incarnate within. In reality, in the higher dimensions, in the truth of all things, is that we're all one. So if you look at this person, they're a reflection of you, like I was saying earlier. So this is coming into that spiritual knowing and finding that inner balance, because again, we have a 2, which is a choice, and it's about balance. It's about making the most balanced decisions for you moving forward and raising your Kundalini energy, and so it can blast open your crown and your third eye chakra, because whoever that blocked in energy that I was channeling, that's really going to help you to clear out that block and to connect with source, so that you don't feel that lack, so that you don't feel angry, you don't feel jealous, you don't feel controlled or manipulated, you don't feel unworthy, you don't feel like the ego inflation, all of that stuff. If you clear away all that illusion and you come back to your true self, which is your soul self, which is your loving, heart-centered self, then you'll know that the only truth is love and unity. And that's just what it boils down to. And you can believe me or not, but it's going to reflect where you're at in your journey, how you perceive that truth within yourself. Where to find support. This is interesting. We've got the devil under where to find support. So I'm taking this as all of the negative things that have held you back, and all of those negative thoughts and all of those negative influences in your life, and those lower vibrational people or situations or tendencies that you have, or whatever it is, it's actually an opportunity. So whatever it is that you've been through that was limiting you, constricting you, keeping you down, keeping you stuck, stagnant, unhappy, chained up, like these people, bad habits, that kind of thing, it's all something that you've chosen to be able to break free from it. Because you wouldn't learn the same lesson or have the same wisdom if you didn't experience this particular limitation. If you didn't know what it felt like to be very negative and judgmental and limited and closed-minded and all of that, how would you really appreciate being free and being liberated and being loving and being and seeing the equality and the unity within the world? It wouldn't resonate the same, because you wouldn't have experienced the vast difference in the polarities. And so this is something that has been chosen, and it's something that is actually supporting you in your spiritual growth, in your soul growth. And so that's not to say that you want to stay in this energy. It's just there so that you get uncomfortable enough to want to move out of it, to want to break free. That's the point of it. That's what's supporting you, not the actual devil energy. It's the wanting to break free from that liberates you. It's the being fed up and frustrated to the point where there's nowhere else to go. You have to move. You have to take action. You have to try something different, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. It's time to think in a different way, to act in a different way, to take a new path. And that's what that 2 of Wands is all about. You're embarking on a journey, and you've got a choice of directions as which you'd like to take it. You can take the low road, or you can take the high road, but whichever path you choose, you're going to get to where you want to go eventually. Advice and encouragement from Spirit, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is about taking a minute to stop and honor where you're at. Even if you're frustrated, even if you're feeling stuck, even if you're feeling like you're the negative one, or that there's people around you who are keeping you in that space. Honor where you're at, because if you don't, then you're going to get stuck there even more. So you kind of have to accept it and surrender to what is to be able to change it. And it seems counterproductive. It seems like a paradox, but that's really just the nature of the universe. Everything's kind of paradoxical. It's all backwards, but it makes sense when you understand it from a higher perspective. And basically what this Nine of Pentacles is saying is it's very much about taming those baser instincts. Like she's got this tamed bird on her arm. It is self-discipline that's needed to walk through this portal and have this new path set forth for you to reap the rewards of past work well done. So everything has cause and effect. Karma is not out to get you. Karma is just the result of your choices, the results of your actions. And they can be good or they can be negative. And both of those terms are just our judgment. Every energy is neutral. It's just our judgment and our perception of it that gives it either a bad or a good connotation. So this is very much about you appreciating where you're at, being grateful for how far you've come, even if it's not where you want to be, even if it's not what you want to have, even if it's not, everything that you're seeking. Just be grateful for what you have, and that's going to shift your reality. That's going to shift your energy, your frequency, your perspective, and it's going to get you moving forward. And you do have this new path that you can go on. It's going to lead you to this abundance. So choosing the high road and choosing that higher vibrational frequency is going to move you forward, really bringing you from 1 pentacle to 9. So this is creating that abundance and then reaping the harvest. And that's that victory. That's the victory that you want. And it's an internal victory as well as an external victory. Just be sure that you're staying balanced in how you go about taking these actions, and that you're understanding that somebody else's success is ultimately your success because they're you. And if they can do it, it means you can do it. So instead of looking at, all of these people on Instagram who make a ton of money doing what they love, or just, posting pictures and then griping about it and saying, oh, well, it's not fair. I have to slave away all day at my, 3D job and customer service or whatever it is. That's keeping you stuck. That's falling into the trap. What you really want to do to free yourself is understand that you're not separate from this person. You are that person. That person is you. And so by being joyful for them as if they were you, you raise your vibration and you get out of that stuck mentality, and you're able to manifest this for yourself. You have the power to do that. You have victory here. You have the ability to manifest anything that you want and be anything that you want to be. You just have to believe it. You have to open your mind and expand your awareness to be able to understand that anything's possible. So I'm just going to grab a crystal oracle card for you guys in this month. So Virgo, what crystal would really benefit Virgos this month? There it is. Okay. Oh, yes, labradorite. Perfect. So labradorite's very much about the third eye. So these cards are really powerful. Just tune into the energy of the crystal as I read the description. If you have this particular crystal, or if you feel like you want to go and get it, they're going to be really good for the month of June. So you can carry it in your pocket, wear it as an amulet, or put it under your pillow when you sleep. Use it in meditation. Whatever it is, it's going to be really helpful for you in expanding and opening your mind, because labradorite is the mind's eye. Labradorite raises your consciousness to connect to mystical dimensions and the highest protective energies. It strengthens your faith in yourself and aids intuitive guidance. You are an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. Keep yourself grounded. The veil between the worlds is thin. You could easily confuse yourself with imaginings. Aim for clear insights. Hold on to common sense. It is your most effective tool in assessing intuitions and acting on those that are valid. Beware psychic vampires. Ensure that you do not have a leaky aura. You face a temporary setback, but a sudden reversal of fortune is possible. Be careful what you wish for. It may come true. Raise your consciousness to the highest levels. Labradorite indicates capricious love. Give your energy away, or giving your energy away is bad for your health. Establishing an efficient interface with the outside world will protect your well-being. And this soul path of this crystal is opening the inner eye, which is the third eye. And the chakras are, you guessed it, third eye and crown. Right there. I hope you guys can see that. Third eye and crown. So that's exactly what I was picking up on, and I love when that happens. So yeah, this is, again, it's a 2 and a 0, and the 2, so that reduces to 2, and we've got a lot of 2s here. So this is a month of choice for you. It's a month of finding balance. It's a month of choosing the path that you want to take. Are you going to stay stuck? Are you going to be the victim? Are you going to, be unhappy? Or do you want to raise your vibration? Do you want to open your mind and your eye, your third eye, your crown, connect and understand that this is all an illusion. None of this is real. You are the creator of your reality. Take back your power. Step into that power instead of feeling like you can't do anything. You can actually do everything, and you have the capability to do this. So just try to remain balanced, and it'll all unfold for you very naturally. All right, guys, take what resonates. I feel like this isn't going to resonate with all of the Virgos, but this is for somebody specific. And so, I'm saying this I'm sharing this information from a very high frequency with no judgment and just pure love. We've all been there. So I wish you the best of energy for the month of June and going forward. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you. We'll see you next month. Bye.